Hello, this is Chris back again with another video. The DJI Mavic Mini just came out, and it's an awesome drone, no doubt. Many people, including myself, are on the fence. Um, I'm a part of a forum on Facebook for DJI Spark, and many of them are considering getting the Mavic Mini. Now, I've been flying the Spark um, a lot lately since I've crashed my Mavic Pro. Um, I was too cocky and I was overly reliant on the obstacle avoidance features that this drone has, and I was also in an area that I've flown quite a bit, but it didn't matter. I just didn't see some power lines that were going across, and I crashed into the river. So I'm quite heartbroken by that. So I've been playing this, and recently I found out about an update that took place last year. I just didn't know about it because I haven't been flying this thing until recently. And, well, it allows you to use the OTG cable again. And if you're wondering how to do that, well, here's a quick little video on how to do that.
Process to, and I've tested it, there is a process to connect the OTG cable. Oh, I hope I'm saying that. It's whatever that cable is to it. Now, first you got to, turn it on, do the little double tap thing, right? And then, okay, if I'll probably do another video or another clip on this, or I don't know. But there's a way to connect this when you first do it. But if you've already done that, then don't worry about it. So you just turn this bad boy on. A little double tap there too. And you wait until that thing turns green. Yeah, let's get it. There, now it turned green. Now, with your phone, I'm using my phone right now, you turn the Wi-Fi off, or just go to airplane mode. Just go to airplane mode and make sure the Wi-Fi is off. Did you do it? Okay. Then you connect this in there, right? And these things are cheap. I mean, you can find them, yeah, just go to Amazon. They'll get it to you very quickly. Then you connect your cable, and since I'm using a Galaxy Note 8, it uses the USB-C. And then you plug into the USB-C, okay? So, let me switch over to Mobizen. Hopefully the logo's off. Okay, so I'm gonna go to airplane mode. Bam. Okay, so it's in airplane mode. Everything turned off. So I'm going to connect it like so. Okay, so it says it's charging, huh? That's cool. So I have it switched over automatically to it, to DJI Go 4. Anyway, it obviously you can see down here below on the lower left that it's connected. Okay, and go to Go Fly, and you're in business. Okay, so my Wi-Fi is still the original. Now with iOS devices, so this is a 2018 update. They said it doesn't work with iOS devices, and it does. A little pop-up will come up and say, hey, this wire, what you plugged in is not going to work effectively, or something like that. But as you can see, it says ATTI. Before I had, when I did this the last time, it said NA. It's like no aircraft. Everything worked, I could fly, but none of the features, the stats of the drone were present. So anyway, it's obviously working. So let's take off here.
Take off.
You can see this is where I am. Happy Halloween. Yeah. So it's on Opti, and you can see where I am on the lake. So let's turn around and land.
Landing.
So now let's take it for a spin. Um, so here I am out by the lake. It's not really a pretty day, but I just wanted to test the OTG cable. And anyway, I had no doubts that it was going to fly um, decently. But as you can see here, I could only go about 600 feet out, even though I was on the OTG cable, and the signal was okay. There was not that much interference. Um, and when I put it in sport mode, there's some interference, and that could be because of the water and some other issues. So I switched to 5G, and the connection was quite fine. Um, but now I don't want to go super far out there. I mean, I used to do that with the Mavic Pro, and I got lucky most of the time. But having that OcuSync was awesome. It was that measure of security, that you were going to have a good connection with your drone. So that's why I'm wondering about the Mavic Mini. It doesn't have OcuSync, but supposedly the Wi-Fi transmission is better. So that's a big question mark because I'm sure it's better in the US, but is it better than the Spark in the EU? I live in Italy, and so they heavily regulate their FCC, whatever it's called over here. So I have an issue with that. The other thing is, even though the obstacle avoidance didn't help me, I like having it for 90% of the time. Uh, the Spark has it, right? You can also use it, as you can see here. You can use it like Yoda, right? So you can control your drone. You can also, excuse me, you can also land in your hand. And many drones you can't land in your hand. It's not designed to land in your hand. You have to do the little, you know, turn it over thing. And I don't like that. I think it's hard on the rotors, but maybe not. Maybe I'm just tripping. So those are just a couple of the, well, that's a negative aspect, not having obstacle avoidance. But for the price point, what can you expect? I mean, it's the best drone at its price point. The other thing that makes the Mavic Mini a winner here: camera quality, battery life, and um, what was I going to say? Its weight. So you don't have to register it in the US, and I don't think you need to register it in the EU because it's at 249 grams. Now, an extra plus in Italy, there is something. I don't know if it's still um, out there, but I was told, and they sent me a link. I need to find this link, and hopefully I can find it. But maybe it's BS. That you could fly commercially with a drone that's under 250 grams. Now, if you guys know where that link is, put it down below. Now, with the Spark, with its battery life, it wouldn't matter because yeah, first of all, it's at 300 grams, so it's over the 250 mark, and 16 minutes. You really have to plan and to you would be limited to real estate basically. But with 30 minutes, that's pretty cool because with two batteries, you could cover a lot of ground. Um, whether you're, checking out a bridge, maybe in the future they would have an option where you could use a FLIR camera on it if there was some sort of attachment where you could either carry something. Well, I take that back. Or maybe you could replace the camera that's on it with a FLIR camera or something like that. So anyway, that's later down the line. This drone, you won't be able to easily take off the camera and put another one in. But for future drones, that's really cool. If they're going down this route, it's going to be easier to use these drones for commercial purposes because they're not going to weigh as much, and so they're less of a threat to aircraft and things like that. So that's a real big plus. So again, you have the price point, camera quality is a bit better, but that's questionable. I urge you to look at iPhone Do's review of this, Casey Neistat's, and Drone Valley's. Those are the ones that I've those are the videos that I've watched, and most of it was quite good. But with Drone Valley's, it was a little spotty in some respects. So go check his video out, and you'll see what I mean. Most of the time, the camera quality was quite good, and the cinematography was good as well. But I just noticed that, and now the Mavic Pro had these issues as well. But then there was an update that fixed most of that, and a lot of people sent theirs back and got a new one. So maybe that's the same type of issue that you would have to do with the Mavic Mini. So anyway, no matter what, this is a solid drone, and it's great for beginners and enthusiasts. However, after having the Mavic Pro, you tend to want a drone that can, be pushed to the limit distance-wise. Doesn't mean like I'm encouraging it, but for me, it's like extra security, knowing that you're not going to lose your Wi-Fi transmission. And so that's a major thing with me. I don't want to have the same amount as I do with the DJI Spark, because then I'm going to be like, oh, maybe this was a waste of money, because the camera quality is quite good with this, and it's a small form factor too, and it's really portable. Battery life, it's around 20 minutes for me most of the time. Sometimes it's less, but it's at least 14 to 16 minutes for me. So leave a comment below if you have some extra information. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell, because that will just encourage me to make more videos. So without further ado, have a great day.